Hello, welcome back, and if you are new here, welcome. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a reaction to different top 5 type of channels. I have a few clips kind of lined up, so we're going to go through each one, and as I'm going through each one, I will put up on the screen which channel specifically it came from. So let's get started with the first one. So for the first clip, we're going to see this man that is alleging that he has been going through a lot of poltergeist activity. There is a whole ass haunting that is happening in his own home. So we're going to see what happens in one of the clips. And I think the next clip I'm going to show you is also from the same guy. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think it's the same guy. So let's just see the first clip and what happens when he's walking through a little hallway.
Esa salsa, pero esa mi perra tiene un cono, pero se escucha algo raro,
As you can see, he's walking down the little hallway, and then all of a sudden he gets spooked. He is hearing noises. It sounds like someone is clapping somewhere, and you see some type of shadow figure. So let's take a closer look and brighten it up a little bit and see what's really going on. So I turned off the volume real quick for y'all. This is edited for sure, because at first I thought maybe it's just someone that is possibly, you know, with like a mask on and then real quick in and out, and then just, you know, that's why they always have the lights off when they're doing these investigations. These quote unquote investigations, they have the lights off so no one can really tell what's going on, you know what I mean? Because if people turn the lights on, then you would clearly see all the edits and the strings and all these different things. But like, I'm gonna play it in slow-mo for you. As you can see, like, there is lines everywhere. It just does not make sense. So to me, that just means that after they filmed this, they put in this like silhouette of a man or someone you can kind of see. It's just so weird. But like I said, it's definitely editing. Like, there is no way that they're having this much poltergeist activity. Like, come on, share some poltergeist activity for the rest of us. Oh, this one's fun. The next clip I'm gonna show you guys is basically someone that's doing like an interview, a live interview, something like that. So it made its ways on the news and it ended up on Reddit, where people were like, what the hell is that behind her? It looks like a shadow figure, a ghost, something. So let's take a look at the clip and see what's going on.
Folks talking about her sleeping her way to the top. Now what she's up against is folks lying about her border record.
Like I said, this ended up on Reddit. Angela Wright on a live Zoom on TV, ghost kid appeared behind the door. Like, honestly, to me, this does not seem like a ghost at all. People were saying she's see-through and this and that. No, I genuinely think, and I think I even looked it up, I thought maybe it was like her kid, her little girl, little boy, something like that in the background. But apparently she doesn't have kids, so I thought maybe it's like a little cousin, a niece, a nephew, you know. And if she's doing an interview like with people watching her and things like that, or if she's on the news doing some type of like interview, then of course she probably told everyone in the household, hey, don't come out till I'm done with the interview, you know, because you're gonna be on TV if you do that. So please don't do that. And look at like what I'm like, at least what I'm saying is that a little kid is coming out, maybe has a remote in hand, saw that she was still doing an interview, trying to be sneaky and like make sure that she was done, saw that she was not done and tried to just hide away. That's what I thought. Maybe it's just like a peeking kid that was not sure if she was done yet, trying to be sneaky, look to see, hey, is she done with the interview? Can I go out now? Can I go to the kitchen? But that's all I think it was. In this next clip, we're gonna see this guy. He is also having a lot of poltergeist activity. There are just so much things going on. I think he even put like flour on the floor so we could see the demon steps there as well. But hey, I will have to mention that he needs to have the lights off as much as possible when he's doing this investigation, because he does have to preserve the energy and the power. So let's go ahead and watch the clip.
Buenas noches amigos, les habla su amigo Trovadoc. En videos previos ya les había comentado que han estado pasando fenómenos extraños aquí en la casa los últimos meses. De hecho los perros están muy acelerados ahorita porque se escucharon ruidos por el rumbo de la sala. Y aproveché ahorita para grabar a ver si captamos algo. Se ha escuchado movimiento. Hemos visto una silueta un par de veces y pues bueno, vamos a ver ¿qué logramos?
All he said was basically in Spanish, he said that they're having a lot of poltergeist activity. The dogs are very inquietos, so they're kind of on edge. And then he had also mentioned that they have seen like a black silhouette, shadow figure. So now he's starting to record. Maybe something will happen while the camera is rolling. So let's go ahead and see.
¿Qué logramos? Y si logramos captar algo.
Lo and behold, as soon as he starts rolling the cameras, the ghost just knew, hey, soon as the camera starts, let's just go for it. Let's just give him all we can do right now. Let's just open up that cabinet door for him. We're on camera, might as well, right?
No se ve muy bien. No sé qué es lo que esté pasando.
As you can kind of see, there is like a toy car that is on some type of like table. It moves around a little bit, then falls off. Like I had mentioned earlier, he has to keep certain lights off in certain rooms so he can kind of preserve the power, right? Because as you can see, there is the lights are on downstairs or like in the next room, but where he is filming and investigating, those lights are fully off. You can barely see squat.
Previo a esto, donde hemos visto la silueta pasar, puse talco para ver si lográbamos captar alguna huella. Ahorita voy a prender la luz a ver si se ve algo. Estos ruidos son ya sumamente frecuentes. Estas huellas evidentemente no estaban. Hace como una hora que puse el talco y van más o menos al rumbo donde está el Santa Claus que se cayó. Que voy a parar el video porque voy a salir de la casa para tratar de ver que no haya nadie, que no se... Estoy un poco nervioso, compañeros.
As you can see, he shows off the toy car. He turned off the lights after, right? After the toy car moves and stuff like that. After all that paranormal activity starts and happens, that's when he turns on the lights so you can see. I don't know why he didn't turn on the lights before, right? He had to do it right after the paranormal activity happened. But anyways, he turned on the lights and then he showed us that he actually put like, I think he said baby powder, talco. So I think he said baby powder is what he put all over the floor. And as you can see, there are footprints there. And he is claiming those are not mine, you guys. They were not there an hour ago when I put the baby powder on the floor. And the way that they're going or the direction they're heading is towards something else that had fallen prior. I guess some type of like Christmas decoration, Santa Claus, something like that. And he claims that there is so much going on that he actually has to leave his house just to make sure that there's no one inside. I don't know how that works. So apparently he has to go outside of his house to make sure that no one is inside. I don't know the science behind that, but okay, if that works for you. But hey, lots of poltergeist activity from what I can see, right? This one's fun. So I actually found this clip today, and they are actually at like a funeral home situation. I think they work there. It's a few people, and the guy is kind of like filming the room, filming like where there's a bunch of coffins, empty coffins supposedly, and he's showing how there is no one there with him. He is by himself. He is by himself, and there have been things going on. He's been hearing noises here and there, and then let's just say a certain coffin opens up.
Miren, como tenemos rato escuchando ruidos aquí en esta zona. Si vemos, pues está solo y creemos que pues hay algo aquí, porque pues se empiezan a mover así como que medio raro. Miren, 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 miren. Miren cómo se mueve, miren, 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 miren. Miren cómo se mueve. No hay nada. No hay nada, no hay nada, no hay nada. Está mi compañero, pero pues si vemos estamos solos.
I have to quote Nook's top 5 on this. Did you see it? As you can see, this is the coffin that starts to make movement, is like opening and closing, right? He is by himself. There is no one there. And I don't know if you saw something, certain someone peeked from the corner here. Let me slow it down. Let me do that. That might be easier for y'all to see. Watch right here. You're gonna see something that we weren't supposed to see. You're gonna see it right in this area. Yeah, brighten it up for us, please. Thank you. There's about to be a movement right here. Oh. Was that your buddy? Was that your buddy? Did y'all see it right here? There's clearly someone back here. Oh, again. Popped his head again. And funny enough, you actually see someone again when he gets closer. Okay, so he is going to open the coffin in a second. And we're gonna see something kind of bright. Like a bright pink, maybe. Like I said, we were not supposed to see this. They intentionally... Oh, pink right there. Like I said, I'm assuming that he's wearing like a black shirt and like a pink logo or some type of pink there. That's what we can see. It's very bright. And like the way he's positioning and angling the camera so we can't really see what's behind is another indicator for me. He really is only trying to show us what's inside the coffin, not like the outskirts, the edges, the cracks right here. He failed to realize we saw pink and we saw his buddy. And it's funny because I think we're about to see another clip right after this where he was, I guess, very upset that people were not believing him and then saying, hey, like, I am by myself. This is happening. I'm like, if you got caught faking, you got caught faking. You cannot be getting upset at the people for catching your mistakes. You know, you got to be better than that.
Ahora sí. ¿Cuál pinche que se ve? Que nada. Estoy solo a la chingada. Estoy solo. Chingada. La chingada. No mames. La chingada.
Furniture and other items start toppling over by themselves.
That is so funny, saying that furniture fell over. To me, that's not a couch, buddy. That is not furniture that fell over. I don't know what it is. I'm like, it looks like a candle holder, but like times 10, but it's not furniture by any chance. I just think it's hilarious. No mames, like he's claiming that he's by himself. He was kind of getting, like I said earlier, he was getting upset that a lot of people were not believing him. It's like, come on, you know what you're doing. And then we literally caught someone behind the coffin doing the movement or opening and closing or whatever they were doing. There was someone back there. We can clearly see that. So anyways, next clip. Y'all are in for a treat. I'm about to show you guys one of my, like, I guess favorite channels to debunk when I would do like a lot of the debunking videos. If you do not remember, let me spice up your memory, but this is, does he still go? I think they, or at least he still goes by Magical Poltergeist. If you're like, I have never heard of that channel, well, let me show you a little something because I am not going to forget this. So can y'all see this? So looky here, this is Mythos. We know Mythos very well on this channel, but Paranormal Nightmare TV had actually featured Magical Poltergeist. You have probably seen her, the wife's picture on there. He took down the video, so you're not going to be able to see it. He took it down, I think, what, 24 hours later? But essentially, they got famous on TikTok. There was a lot of poltergeist activity. They had a 666 chair. Crosses are still to this day flipping like upside down. There's a lot of movement. There's things getting thrown. The chairs are getting tossed left and right. Cabinets opening. Whatever poltergeist activity you can think of, they're doing it. They're still doing it to this day. But like I said, it's always fun because sometimes you can clearly see like the edits and the cuts, and it's always fun for me to do. So in the first clip I'm going to show you, he is kind of sitting at a table and he's talking about something. I don't remember what. And there is like a Chucky doll behind him and like a toddler eating sitting chair, I think. And something happens. The doll moves essentially. So let me play the clip and then we'll talk about it after.
You guys have been helping me through this whole process, and the reason I've been going through all of this and getting through it without and still living to this day is thankfully to you.
So I don't know if y'all saw, but funny enough, I am breaking out in hives. Okay. So, let me go back. So the first thing I noticed was that something seemed off, but I couldn't tell what. So I slowed it down and okay, so as we can see, the doll's head is moving, but the thing that I caught was right after. So look at this. The Chucky doll is right there and this actually moves. Why is it moving if it's stationary, right? So the doll's head has already moved and it's gonna happen any second now. So I can show you. There we go. As you can see, why is this moving in that way? Why is it doing that if it's been stationary this whole time? And this is the only little section that it moves that way. So to me, that tells me that it was overlaid. Maybe someone manually moved the head and then they just obviously cut out the person that was doing it and then they overlaid it and then just did little editing here and there. And then that's why they did not notice this little editing mistake where this was not perfectly aligned, or when they tried to remove the mask, it was just not aligned well. But that's one thing I really noticed. Like I said, once you're in my book, if you're caught faking at least once and it's clearly fake, then I am already going to assume the rest of the videos are going to be faked. Maybe I'm not 100% with specifically, let's just say maybe I think it's like a editing mistake, right? You did something after you recorded it. Maybe it was actually a string that you did, but regardless, if something was faked, it was faked. But the next clip I'm going to show you, he is in his kitchen sitting down. I think he's reading the Bible. He likes to kind of exorcise the demons, so he always has a Bible at hand. He has holy water at hand. I think it's right next to his left arm, and he has a cross always at him, so he stays ready for situations like this. But we're gonna notice that the cross is gonna flip upside down, like I always tell you that happens with this channel specifically, and some things are gonna get thrown, some things are gonna move. So let's go ahead and watch all the demon activity.
Sounds right now. Okay. Father, can you come here, please? Activity is starting to happen. Please come here. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I ask you to leave this house right now. I ask you to leave this house now. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Father, can you please come here now? It's happening right now. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Father, I gotta get out of here.
So the first thing I want to show you is something I found kind of interesting, and it kind of happens with this channel the few times that I've kind of gone over a video or tried to find where the editing mistake is. But the tray kind of teleports. Let me show you. So as you can see, there you go. Let me go back a little bit more. So we see the cross kind of flips and the tray falls to the floor. Then the fridge starts to open and then he starts to read the Bible, praying, exorcising the demons, has the cross at hand. I believe that's the holy water I had seen previously. Chairs are moving, things like that. But when it comes to the tray, there was a little mistake. The tray is right here. He is sitting there. Okay, yeah, the cross goes first, that moves. Soon after, the tray teleports to the floor, teleports midair. So the tray is right here and just going literally frame by frame. Somehow it was on the table just one frame, and it ends up here, and then every other frame is just normal, as if you drop something. Okay, it moves around. Okay, the rest of the frames make sense. There is a jump cut right there. So to me, that tells me maybe someone threw it, maybe there was a string or something, but there's definitely something wrong right there, because why does it just, to me, I think it's an editing mistake. It just out of nowhere just teleported midway. So there were a few frames that are missing from this little clip right here, or this video, essentially. Those few frames of the tray getting thrown or whatever, just weird. Like I said, those were just a few of the clips. So what I like to do, what I'm trying to do a little bit differently, maybe I'll go back to the way I've been doing it, but I've been liking where I kind of just find clips here and there from different channels, top 5 channels, and then kind of put it into one video. and then from there kind of just show you the best ones, quote unquote, just so we can kind of review them together. So it's like a little bit of everything, you know. Let me know if you guys like that style. But yeah, I've been kind of enjoying that part, so I think I might do that, because at least that way I have a little Google Doc and I'm just adding videos as I go, whatever I like. But yeah, that was just a few clips that I had seen from different channels that I found interesting and entertaining and fun. We debunked along the way. Some were just ridiculous, you know, hiding behind a coffin and then getting mad that people caught you. Come on now. That is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know your thoughts down below, and I will just see you on the next one. Bye.
I'm a journey away from home.